grand reopening of Shields-Reid Park. Woo! Okay, so this park is actually a result of an opportunity that came up with Prop 68 funds. So Prop 68 funds came available around 2020 during the pandemic. And at that time, the community and different recreation staff were looking to see what we wanted to do in this park. So one thing that you said that you wanted to have was to have a park that represented North Richmond specifically. Not Richmond, but North Richmond, and the history that North Richmond has, which is built on blues, which is built on sports, and built on community. So that's what we did. You guys came together. We had different park meetings, Zoom meetings, and we tried to design a park that made sure that we had what represented what made North Richmond so special. So we sent in the park application, and then we got the park application. So we were funded $8 million from the state to do this beautiful park. So, yeah. So once we had that, we had to decide what are we going to do to have art that represents the rich history of North Richmond. That's when the hard work began. So we started to meet. What are we going to do to have something that represents this music and the sports and everything? So we met again, and you decided which type of art you wanted, the artists that you wanted to have to represent all of the beautiful, rich history. And we want to thank the artists right now, because I don't know if you notice, if you look around, another thing that makes this park so special is that there is art everywhere that is just representing North Richmond. It starts in the very beginning of the building, on the outside of the building. There's a beautiful mosaic that has Mr. Charles Reid throwing a baseball, because baseball is important to this community. And we also have Minnie Lou's Blues Club, which is important to the community because it's rich blues history, jazz and blues history. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but they used to call this the Harlem of the West because of all the rich history here. So, and then when you come inside, we have another beautiful mural that's right on that wall. That painted mural was done, all this was done with the community, and it represents the vitality and youth in the community organization that we have. That's something that you guys decided that you wanted. And then, to keep moving forward, we have also on the outside, by the baseball field, we have a metal structure or a sculpture that represents the sports. It's called Strike. It's three baseball players, or it represents three baseball players. And then we have by the bathroom over behind me, there's a structure that has three parts and a treble clef bass that represents several things. It represents Rosie the Riveter, because with the Great Migration, a lot of people came out here from the South to work in the shipyards. So we have that, and we also have the Twilight basketball that's represented. That was important. Mr. Reid opened up the center to make sure that kids and youth stayed out of trouble. And then we have Mr. Reid playing. And then another one we have, this crowning jewel that we have right here is the stage, which is a photo history of a lot of important people in Richmond that had different parts to do with music and sports. So none of this would be possible if we didn't have the hardworking, one of our staff members, Miss Winifred Day. So unfortunately, Miss Winifred Day, she passed in 2025. But this park and all the art that is represented here is a living tribute to what she has done for this community. So I want to give a big thank you, and I will acknowledge Miss Winifred Day right now. And then I also want to acknowledge other staff that was part of this process, but that are no longer here, but they're still here, but they're no longer with the city. Park Supervisor Greg Hardesty, he was an essential part and very instrumental into getting this grant also. So I want to thank him. Excuse me. So then I also want to thank and just acknowledge different community organizers, because without you guys, we wouldn't have this park because we wouldn't have been selected. And this park was part of the community organization done by staff, recreation staff, Stephanie Nye, right there. This was actually, this celebration was actually organized by Stephanie. So Stephanie and myself, actually, we were the ones that wrote the grant to be able to get the $8 million. So thank you, Stephanie. It was awesome. So I want to specifically thank all the artists. So we have Alexandra Bowman, who did the mural called Legacy Plays here. Jacqueline Sarah Brown, which did the interpretive signage that you see in, over there in the watershed area. Raymond Holbert and Lewis Watts, he did the this awesome, all the artwork and the photo representation that we see here in the stage. Oh, there he is. So if I call your name, please wave and say. Is Alexandra Bowman here? Or Jacqueline Sarah Brown? Okay, but thank you. Mr. Edwin Maramillo, he did the steel sculpture back there. It's called Spiral Ladder, the one with the treble clef in the bottom. And we have James Moore. Is James Moore here? He did the art sculpture in the front called Strike and Trio. And then the beautiful mosaic that is in the front that has 4 panels, that is Mr. Javier Rocabado. There he is. So with that said, we'll get started with our speakers. Can I please have Miss Marina Brown?
Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful day in our neighborhood here in North Richmond. I want to say thank you. Thank you to our community, but more so, thank you to the state. The day we came out here, you think the wind is bad today? It was freezing out here. Our noses and what have you. Thank you, Stephanie, for everything you've done for us in this community. We greatly appreciate it. And to all of you, let me say to the city staff, the planners, the volunteers, to our community, our elected officials, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Our cup runneth over and our heart just runs with nothing but love for all of you. Because look around and look at this beautiful park. Normally they would say this park wouldn't be in our neighborhood, it would be someplace else. But this park is here in our neighborhood. We appreciate it because the park is the heart of your community. It's a place where our children play, our youth grow, and families thrive. But most of all, it's where our neighbors come together. So we say welcome to you, and may we have endless laughter, play, and enjoy the moments of nature. Look around at this beautiful work and what has been done here. To all of you artists, and if we could just take a moment of silence in reference of Miss Winifred Day, because what she did with us, she took her time in working with us because she didn't have to. And thank you, Cynthia, because Cynthia was one of the key people who made sure that we had a stage for our events and what have you, and to keep the music festival going. So I say thank you to all of you. Wave your hands, Cynthia, so people can see you. And to our neighborhood council people, Annie, Vivian, all of you, Linda, thank you, Aaron, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Next, I want to thank all of our community partners, and then we'll bring up some other speakers. I would like to thank the North Richmond Blues Foundation with Executive Director Dejana Burks. Woo! North Richmond Municipal Advisory Council. North Richmond residents. Office of County Supervisor John Joya. Recreation and Parks Commission. North Richmond Neighborhood Coordinating Council. Or sorry, not North Richmond Neighborhood Coordinating Council. Shields-Reid Achieve After School Program. Shields-Reid Neighborhood Council. The Watershed Project. And Verde Elementary School Association. So I would now like to have the important family representing Mr. Charles Reid. We have Rosalind Randall and Eric Randall.
Good morning. Can I have my family come up, please? Good morning. We are all Charlie Reid. I'm his granddaughter. These are his grandkids. His daughter is Burl Wilson right here. Burl, raise your hand. This is his niece, Joan Lewis. This is his sister's daughter. And the rest are grand, great-grand. His great-grand raised their hand. And great-great-grand. And no, this is a great-great-grand. Great. Yeah, okay. So this is Charlie Reid family, and there's more, but they're not here. And I'm his granddaughter. I'm Florence's daughter. And so I wrote a little something. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Rosalind Randall, Charlie Reid Sr.'s granddaughter. Thank you so much for being here today. Standing here in this beautiful space, looking out at all your faces, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude, and I know my grandfather would be too. My grandfather didn't just want to build a physical structure, he wanted to build a sanctuary. He started this community center because he believed, down to his core, that no one should have to walk through life alone. He envisioned a place where kids could play safely, where neighbors could lean on one another, and where everyone, no matter their story, could find a sense of belonging. While he isn't here with us today to see his dream fully renewed, I feel his spirit in this community. It is the warmth of this crowd. And it is woven into this very foundation of this playground. On behalf of our entire family, I want to express our deepest appreciation to my younger brother, Eric, who campaigned to have my grandfather named Charlie Reid on this community center that's still in the working. We feel he played a big role in this project, and we thank you, brother, from our hearts. And every hardworking person that put in time into this project and who lent a helping hand, thank you. You didn't just support a project, you kept a good man's legacy alive. Your dedication in this greatest tribute we could ever offer him. My grandfather always used to say that a community is only as strong as its heart. Today, looking around this community, you have proven just how strong and vibrant the heart truly is. As we officially dedicate this center today, community today, let's promise to keep the doors always open, his philosophy alive. Let's make this place of laughter, connection, and support for generations to come. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you so much, Rosalind and the Reid family and the Randall family. Can we have next Troy Porter, the Deputy Director or Recreation Supervisor? And then we'll also have, we'll come up at the same time. So we'll have Troy Porter and Tofik at the same time, please. We'll save time that way.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, North Richmond. On behalf of the Recreation Department and our Deputy Director, Rajana Maharaj, I'm excited today to welcome you back to the beautiful, newly reimagined Shields-Reid Park. When you think about great community programs, parks and recreation go together like peanut butter and jelly. While the parks teams maintains these beautiful spaces, the Recreation Department has a slightly different job. Our mission is to bring these spaces to life. We add the flavor, the programs, the sports, the classes, the cultural activities that turn a park into a true community hub. And that's what Mr. Reid did during his time. And that's what Skip did. So I know some of you were here when Skip was here. And that's what T-Bone did while he was here on this planet. He helped bring this park to life. And I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's ever worked here, volunteered here, has participated in our programs. Raise your hand if you were ever in a program or you worked here or volunteered here or you played here. It's a lot of people out here. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank my staff that's currently here, Aaron Samano and Miss Janice and all of the other staff. Too long to name each one. And like Janae said, we didn't design this alone. This park is a reflection of your voice. So thank you to the North Richmond community for telling us exactly what you wanted to see here and for your incredible ongoing support of our programs. So get ready to play, connect, make lasting memories right here at Shields-Reid, and thank you and enjoy the park. See you soon. Thank you.
Good morning, North Richmond. How do you like your amazing, revitalized Shields-Reid Park? So this park project, combined with the ball field project, combined with the community center improvement project, that's 3 projects in one, was only possible because of the years of behind-the-scenes work that staff did bringing to fruition the vision of our community leaders. I'd like to name just a few. Our superheroes, Stephanie Nye and Janae Levine-Snipes, who got the initial grants and served as the catalyst to bring this project to you. Our master strategist, Joseph Munoz, who kept the project going despite all odds like a total boss. And our secret weapon, Darcy DeLashmet, who delivered the project finally on time, within budget, just like a rock star. So the park was designed by Placeworks, and it was built by Azul and American Ramp Company. And we give a special shout out to the Watershed Project for all the native plants that attract butterflies and bees and hummingbirds, which are very important for a healthy natural ecosystem. The ball fields were designed by Marcia Vallier of CSW ST2, and they were built by Calico and by Field Turf and Musco Sports Lighting. Both projects were managed during construction by Mac 5. Over on the public works side, from Parks and Landscaping, we have David Rogers, Jason Lacey, Alex White. Facilities maintenance, we had Gabriel Perez building benches, CJ Johnson and Rod Davis putting up these beautiful lights here for us. And over in streets maintenance, Felipe Cervantes, Carlos Castro, and the paving crew to pave the path for us.
I want to also thank, when this project first started, we had a skeleton crew in the city, and it was basically myself and Stephanie. So the person that we also want to thank who helped with the project management when the space came on was Mac 5. So we have Manil back there. I don't know. I saw Manil from Mac 5. I want to thank him because he was a big part of what kept us going before we had everyone else that came on. So I want to thank them. So can we have City Manager Shasta Curl? Oh, sorry. I apologize. Okay. Can we have Jan Mignoni and she's the chair of the Recreation and Parks Commission, and can we also have the members of the Recreation and Parks Commission?
They ready.
Okay.
Come on, you guys. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Mignoni. I am the chair of the Recreation and Parks Commission, and my commissioners. There's another one around here. I don't know. He was over there last time I saw him. There's more of us. First, I'd like to thank the City of Richmond's Recreation and Parks Department, Public Works Department, our illustrious city manager, city council members, and anyone else who made this park rehab happen. That includes Stephanie and Janae and everyone that had something to do with all of this. I was able to do a walkthrough with the other commissioners a couple weeks ago, and we were amazed at this park. It's like, this is what every park should look like. You know, but it depends on the neighborhood, what kind of things they want. But there's some really cool things in this park, and can't wait for people to be able to use it and enjoy it. Let's remember that the park does belong to everyone here in Richmond, so let's take care of it and make sure that if there's issues, let's let Parks and Rec know about it in advance so that they can take care of things here. As the commission chair, I'd like to advocate for rehabbing many of the parks in Richmond. We have over 50 parks in Richmond, so a lot of them are, been around for quite a while and need more. This park, Borman Park, and Wendell Park are the three parks that are keeping our city manager here. And so she's gonna have to wait on those other two. They're gonna take a little while. But they can show you what we can reimagine, what we can do with parks in Richmond. Wendell is like a 70-year-old, no, it's more than that, it's almost an 80-year-old park. So getting it finally rehabbed, it's where I grew up, it's a park I played in as a kid. So it's got a lot of meaning to me. So it's like this park is to the Reid family and many other people. It's part of who you are, it's part of what makes Richmond, Richmond. These parks shows us that in all of our neighborhoods, the help with the city and the Richmond volunteers and Richmond neighbors, we can get a lot done. Now, okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm reading. Now, let's get to the ribbon cutting ceremony and so everybody can enjoy the park. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we will have City Manager Shasta Curl.
Good morning, everyone. Come on, we can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Hi, I'm Shasta Curl, Richmond City Manager. I want to thank you all for coming out today. I've had the pleasure of serving as your city manager for 4 years and the pleasure of serving the Richmond community for over 22 years. I don't talk about this a lot. I am the first woman of color to serve as the Richmond City Manager and the first Black woman to serve as the Richmond City Manager. And so it's with profound gratitude that we're having this grand opening today here in Shields-Reid. It's why I came to work in Richmond, is to do projects like this. And so I want to ask Darcy, Joseph, Manil, Robert, and whoever else from Public Works and the consultant team help bring this project to fruition, because Darcy's quietly always in the background working on these parks, and I want her to come forward, please, along with Stephanie. Over the last 4 years, we have been on a journey to move Richmond forward. And I hope you can see today by evidence in this beautiful park that has come to fruition by spending millions of dollars in our community, $8 million with state grants. So we want to thank Governor Newsom for his leadership, and an additional $3.9 million from the Richmond City Council. So I'd like to acknowledge the Mayor Martinez and all members of the Richmond City Council. Can you please wave your hands? I know Councilmember Robinson is here, Vice Mayor Robinson, and Councilmember Zepeda is here, and I want to make sure I don't miss any other council members who may be here. In addition, I'd like to thank Supervisor Joya for always being supportive of us here in Richmond and working in close collaboration with us. And Congressman Garamindi's office is also represented with Harpreet. And as was mentioned from the RNCC, we are also rebuilding Wendell Park. We're rebuilding Borman Park. We've completely renovated Hacienda. We've renovated Nevin Plaza. We are renovating the Greenway with our TCC grant in other neighborhoods. And when we come to places like Shields-Reid and young people ask us, what can we do to have a little HGTV Richmond edition in the community center? Darcy helps me bring that to fruition. And young people tell me they want Peppa the Pig. So we have Peppa the Pig, books, and other things that they wanted. They wanted a new weight room. They wanted new flooring and new furniture. And so all of that has been installed to make Shields-Reid a beautiful place. When I was a young person, my community center is where I played basketball. My dad brought me there to play sports. And I hope that all of the young people in this community cherish Shields-Reid as much as I cherish my local community center.
Next, we have Supervisor John Joya.
Thank you, North Richmond, because it was the North Richmond community that continued to fight to make sure this park was improved, because that's the park you deserve. I am so proud and honored to be the county supervisor for North Richmond, because you hold us as elected officials at the county level, at the city level, you hold us accountable to make sure that we are acting in ways to improve life here in this community. I want to also acknowledge the leadership of the community, of the city, political leadership at the city, the great city staff work to get to where we are today. But it started with the community. You know, Charles Reid may have died in 1979, nearly 50 years ago, but his spirit and his commitment to this community is still here. And there was a love affair between Mr. Reid and the North Richmond community. The community loved him, and he loved this community. And for 30 years, he was the park superintendent and the director of this park facility. And he helped generations of young people. So today's investment by the federal, state, and city funds to make this park what it is a continuation of Charles Reid's legacy and commitment. Now, there may have been other individuals out here who've continued Charlie's important work, and they are all very important. This investment today ensures that his work and the way he meant it continues at this park. The soccer field, the baseball field, the art space, the community center, all of what he started and did is going to be continued even more effectively and responsive to the community because of this investment. And I see Annie King Meredith here, one of the community leaders who fought. I'm not the county supervisor. Really, Annie should be the county supervisor out here. It's been the leadership of people like Annie and people like Fred Jackson, who passed away, who we named the street after, who really fought to make sure that things happened and the community voice was heard. So I'm honored to really continue to support the efforts. You know, the senior center that the county was involved with, and now CHDC, our health center, the urban tilth North Richmond farm on the other end of town, this park, all of those assets anchor this community. All of those assets are really important to improving quality of life. But the strongest asset we have in this community are the residents, the ones who led the effort to make sure that the health center, the North Richmond Farm, the Senior Center, and this park came about and supported. So thank you for fighting to make this community stronger, and thank you for being part of our Richmond, North Richmond family to make us better.
Next, we have Councilmember Cesar Zepeda.
Good morning, North Richmond and Shields-Reids. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying this beautiful weather with us. Some of us a little more chilly than others. You guys are standing in the sun there. I want to start out again with thanking the great team that helped put this together, with the leadership of our city manager, Shasta Curl, our staff, and our various partners who helped bring the heart and soul to this revitalization. Today, as we celebrate not just the reopening of Shields-Reid Park, but the legacy of a community that has always turned resilience into progress and history into pride. North Richmond has long been a place where leaders rise, where families lift one another up, and where cultures shape identity. The park is also one of the clearest reflections of that story. We stand in a place that was shaped by icons. Charles Reid, whose dedication to youth transformed this very neighborhood, used recreation as a doorway to opportunity. As a former Negro League pitcher and as a longtime recreational director at Shields Park, Charlie built leagues, mentored generations, and made this park a safe, vibrant home for young people. Shields-Reid is not just named in honor of his family, it represents his beliefs that every child deserves a place to grow and to be seen. Their spirits in this park will live forever. Their commitment to a community that lives in this park and around this park. And today, their legacy renewed in this park. We've created the new play areas, which hopefully all of you will join us. I think Ms. City Manager was seen here a couple weeks ago enjoying it, and then she's got a boot in her leg, so hopefully you don't get one if you do go in there. But it wasn't due to the park, I think for other stuff. We're going to be celebrating the annual North Richmond Music Festival right on this stage. Right, many of us have been coming to this festival for many, many years, and look at this really great stage that we've built here. There is more than a park reopening. This is a celebration of who we are. So congratulations to everyone that lives here, near, far, that comes out to all the different events. Let's celebrate this grand opening and enjoy this beautiful day together. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
Now we have our mayor, Mr. Martinez, Mayor Martinez.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here as we celebrate this incredible investment in North Richmond. Many people have described today as a grand reopening or as a revitalization. I see it a little differently. This is a new park. While it stands on a historic ground, what we celebrate today is a completely transformed space with new courts, a new playground, beautiful public art, modern amenities, and a new opportunity for the next generation of families to gather, to play, and to build a community. For nearly 80 years, this park has been the heart of North Richmond. It has been a place where lifelong friendships were formed, where young people found mentors, and where future leaders and athletes discover their potential. This is where Charlie Reid dedicated decades of his life to serving this community. Through recreation and sports, he shaped generations of young people and left an impact that can still be felt today. As we celebrate this new chapter, we should also reflect on the story that this park tells. The original name, Shields Park, came from the subdivision from which it was built. Later, because of the love and respect this community had for Charlie Reid, his name was added. That was an important step, but I believe there is still an opportunity to continue that conversation. History should never be erased. It should be understood. But history also gives us a chance to ask whether the names on our public spaces truly reflect the people whose legacy deserves to be remembered. That is why I look forward to working with residents, community leaders, and the Reid family to have an honest conversation about the future name of this park. Whatever the outcome may be, I believe it should reflect the values, the history, and the people who have shaped North Richmond. Today, though, we celebrate something we can all agree on, a remarkable investment in this community and a park that will serve generations to come. Congratulations, North Richmond, and thank you all for making this happen.
Okay, thank you to all of our speakers. So now we are getting ready for the official ribbon cutting portion.